Hello, Alicia here. Welcome back to my channel. This is my Flashback Friday yarn podcast where I show you everything that I've been doing for this week. This is going to be a very short video because work has really been crunch time, and so I'm almost to the finish line without getting into details about what I'm talking about, but I'm almost to the finish line. After that, I will be able to devote enough and more time for knitting and crocheting and pushing out different projects. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and get into what I have right now. So if you remember in my last few episodes, I've been talking about the baby blanket that I'm making for a guy that works in my building. If you haven't seen that video, please go watch that video. I'll leave the latest video in the description box below. If you go on that, you can always search through. It'll pop up of older episodes as well. I haven't really worked on this as much, but this is what I'm working with right now. I haven't really touched this that much because, like I said, work has been really taking all of my attention, and once I'm finished with that, I'll be able to devote more time into actually knitting and crocheting. But this isn't due until, I want to say September, October is when he's having his baby shower. So I have some time on this, but I don't because I have other projects in mind that I want to do too. So I need to go, and I also want to make a matching hat out of this as well. So I need to go ahead and knock these things out so that it's just not piling up because I do want to make it before his baby shower so that I can give it to him. If you've seen the tutorial, my first tutorial Tuesday video, I'll leave that link in the description box below as well. You can take a look at that. I showed how I am doing this pattern. Since the video, I haven't made much progress on it. So I'm just showing, the length that I have right now. And then as days and weeks go by, we'll check the length again just to see how much I have knitted up. But here's the pattern right here. It's very simple, just knit and purl stitches. Like I said, look at that tutorial Tuesday video and it'll show you exactly how I did this pattern. It's not my pattern. The link to the pattern is in that description box of that tutorial Tuesday video. So make sure you go take a look at that and check it out. I did complete some projects. I completed the orange dishcloth that I was working on, and this I've shown in my other episodes. So just make sure that you check out my other episodes so that you can see, because I give all the yarn detail, things of that nature. So just make sure that you're up to date with those things. But I did finish it. And then remember the yarn I told you my boyfriend had got from where he's at? I've made a dishcloth out of it. And so the way, like I said, the background story on this yarn is in my other videos. So please, like I said, take a look at my other videos. But it really held up pretty good. I'm glad about that. You could see some where, like, I didn't tie this knot in there, that knot came with it. And then there's another one like that. But I feel like for a dishcloth, who cares about the knots, because you're going to be using it on dishes, and the more the roughness of it, the better you can, scrub your dishes. So I like it. So I finished these two. I showed you guys mini skeins in my older videos that I received. I ended up going to one of my friend's house and I just put them in a ball, balled them up so that I can begin working on them or whatever whenever I do start that working on socks. And then in my older episodes as well, I showed you the yarn that my boyfriend had bought me for my birthday. So I ended up I ended up winding them as a cake, and I took video and pictures of me actually using the Swift, and I'm going to insert that in this video because I was actually at my friend's house doing it, and I showed you how I put it on and just everything like that. So stay tuned for that coming up within this video. But I wound the balls up into a cake. And like I said, with these colors, my boyfriend knows I love, love, love colors. My favorite color is blue, but I just love bright colors. I love colors. And I ended up winding them in a cake so that I can start knitting out of them. So now, these are the previous. Let me show you the yarn that I have, because I have a project in mind with all these yarns. So these yarns, these 5 yarns, all right, you can see that, are yarn that my boyfriend bought me. So what I want to do is I want to make a cozy blanket out of it. Well, I want to knit up a square from each skein and make cozy blankets, and I want the blanket to be of yarn that he's bought me. So all these are sock yarn because he knows that, you know, my mode right now is just to knit socks, right? So the trigger or the kicker is whenever he buys, like, say if he buys me bulky yarn, or if he buys me worsted weight yarn, DK yarn, that's going to be not really hard, but it's going to take more finessing, because with this all being socks and then trying to change it to worsted, I don't know how the cozy blanket will look. Stay tuned for videos regarding the cozy blanket, because I'm actually going to cast on a square, and then I'm going to show you guys how I connect the squares together, things of that nature. So look forward to that video coming up really, really soon, because I really want to start, you know, knitting these up, because I do want to make, because I already told him that I was going to make him socks out of this. He wants it just like this, because, you know, I like to change the, I like to have contrasting colors. He said he wanted for these two, he just want the plain, like plain this, plain that. So I'll do that for him. But I really want to go ahead and start making that cozy blanket. Cozy memory blanket. And like I said, I will do a video for you and show you how I start the square and how I connect it with another square. So I'm gonna put this back into the bag, and I actually put it into the sequence or the order that he's bought it for me. So like the last 3 ones that he bought were, well, the last 3 ones were these. Then it was this one. And then this was the first one that he bought me. And so the reason why I put it in this order, is because I want to knit them as I received them. So once I finish these 5 balls, then the next one that he gets, if he gets, like I said, I'm not like forcing him to buy me any yarn, but if he does decide to buy me yarn, then I can put it in the sequence, the order sequence. So that's why I'm keeping it in this bag with the needles that I'm using. So my go-to needle size for socks is 2 or 3. I'm a very, very tight knitter, and so I normally use a size 2 or size 3 knitting needle. And so I decided to, for this blanket, being that it's going to be a blanket, I'd rather have it more, the bigger the better, basically. So I'm going with a size 3 needle to use for this blanket. And then this is just going to be the stitch marker that I'll put on the square to mark my decrease row. And like I said, I'm going to do a separate video of me actually starting this cozy memory blanket and adding squares, and I'll keep you up to date, obviously, how my blanket is coming along once I do start this. I will say a few months ago, 5, maybe 6 months. No, I don't think it was that long. I would say about 4 months tops ago, I had connected with some people that knit and crochet or do craft work, do yarn work, and asked them if they wanted to send 10 by 10 squares to me, and I will stitch all the squares together and deliver them to, military families. We have organizations here that deal with military families, so I would donate it to them. The local hospitals that caters to our, when I say our, I mean military. If you don't know, I'm in the military. I will give them to hospitals, civilian hospitals that cater to the military family, so that each family hopefully can have a baby blanket. And so one of my friends, she actually stopped by, and I had already told her about this idea, and she's actually knitting me up a square as well. But she came by and she put this blanket together. So these are all individual squares. From some of them may look the same, like these two. Let me see. No, those are not from the same people. But this one, this square, and this square are from the same person, but majority of the squares, they're from different people that mail them into me, and I'm stitching them up together and donating it to military families. That's the main reason of this, is to give to military families, especially new parents or parents that's going to have a newborn or has a newborn, so that they can have blankets. And of course, it's considered a baby blanket, but it could be a toddler blanket, just something from the yarn community to give to military families. And so if you want to donate a square, if you want to send yarn so that I can make up a square for this project and stitch it together, that's totally fine. My information is in the description box below of where you can send it to. And I will definitely do that, and I'll obviously keep you guys up to date on it. I have a Facebook group on, you know how somebody says, like, okay, with military, right, there's CAC, which is Common Access Card, but people be like, your CAT card. You know how you say things that's redundant? I was literally about to say I have a Facebook group on Facebook. Duh. Anyways, I have a Facebook group that you can join. It's called Yarn Love Blanket. If you want to send a request to join that group, and you can get more information on how this project got started, my up-to-dates on what I do with the blankets, when I receive the blankets, like I literally tell everything. But this is the blanket that my friend stitched together. So all she did was put these two, squares together to make this big blanket. And hopefully you can see the true effect of this blanket. And I've submitted a few blankets already to one of the organizations here on base. And so now this one, I just have to, or no, she's going to weave in the ends, and then I'm gonna do some more stitching some more blankets together, so that I can go ahead and give them to the families. And like I said, if you want more information on that, please visit the Yarn Love Blanket on Facebook. I will put that link in the description box below, and I will be happy if you guys care to donate yarn, or care to donate a blanket if you knit, crochet. I mean, not a blanket, a square. If you knit and crochet, that'll be lovely to be a part of, this awesome event. I'm thinking, I want to say that's all. Oh, I did get a yarn bowl. So I painted a yarn bowl on my birthday, and I told you guys all this in my other videos. So my friend Taylor, who stitched up the blanket, she actually picked them up today, picked mine and hers up. So once I have my bowl in my possession, life will be better. No, it's just been a lot with the company that we went to. They told us, okay, my birthday was Tuesday, July 17, right? They told us that the bowl will be ready Saturday. All right. Well, they told us it'll be ready Friday, but we said because of the distance from where we are to where that place is, we said, well, we'll get it on the weekend because we don't want to go after work. So I would say Thursday, they sent me a message and was like, hey, we got the firing dates wrong. It won't be ready until Tuesday, which of this week. So basically taking a whole week for it to be ready. And we're like, wow, that's a really big inconvenience, because we were banking on, having it Saturday, being able to use it. We do a yarn community here, or craft community, where we meet every Thursdays, and, we just sit, talk, and we wanted to show them that. And so finally today, like I said, she went and got it, and so I can't wait to get that. But I think that's all. Like I said, with work, it's going to start slowing down once I get through this little hurdle right now. Then I'll be able to devote all my time into knocking out some projects. Projects that to look for is me making my cozy memory blanket out of the yarn that my boyfriend bought me. I also have those sock blanks that I want to go ahead and make. And for more information on my sock blanks, check out my other videos. I'll list the different videos that I have under the description box, so please be sure to check the description box. I don't want to make this video any longer because I do have some clips that I want to add on when I was using the Swift at my friend's house. So thank you all for watching. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share my video if you feel like it'll help somebody. And stay tuned to my next video. Every Tuesdays is Tutorial Tuesday, and every Friday it's Flashback Friday, showing you my progress throughout that whole week. So, thank you. Hello, and welcome again to my channel. My name's Alicia, and this is my yarn podcast. Today I'm doing something extra special. I'm at my friend's house who has a Swift, and I took all the yarn that I told you my boyfriend had bought me for my birthday, and I'm winding them into a cake. So I just finished this one, and I'm going to post a video of me winding this. So that was the video and picture of this. Now I just put on another skein, and that will be